was noise and a bang on the door, like people forcibly trying to break into the thing. So we saw the two private security people here, preventing people from entering. Then our lady here, the floor manager, then joined them. So I said, what's happening? This was some people with policemen. They are breaking in, they want to break in, they want to come in. And we had a noise. So the gentleman was speaking, Dr. Richard Asatebwa. He even got disoriented, then he had to stop. And we all didn't know what was happening. Then in the process, one of the security guys, he fell with the back of his head on the floor and collapsed here. Apparently, they said he was tased. He was tased because they forcibly wanted to enter the studio during a live program. For what? For what? Assuming that you even have a legitimate court order, is that what the court says you should do?
That you can forcibly break into.
That forcibly break into a live program. Is that what you should do?
Was the court order against you?
I don't know. I have not seen
No,
it.
they are saying it's against Metro.
There's no court order against me. Yeah, I don't owe anybody.
And there is precedent, actually.
Yes.
There is precedent.
This same group. So it was after that I got out that I saw it. That's why I'm upset. Because this same group of people, I remember sometime last year, I drove in the morning to do my show. Just when I drove and I parked. Then I saw a pickup. When I was entering, I saw that pickup parked across the street, full of policemen. Immediately I entered, the pickup just came in and parked, blocked me. And then they got out and said that, look, they are here to enforce a court order. So they are seizing my car. And they are seizing my car for what? Court order against you. They said, oh, they have a court order against Metro TV. That's it. But this car is not for Metro TV. So what do you mean? They said, oh, well, they have a court order. And I was on my way to start Good Morning Ghana to come and host my show. So apparently they are parked there waiting for me. If you have a legitimate court order and what you are doing is legitimate business, come and execute your order. Why are you looking for me? Why do you come and block my car? Why do you want to take my vehicle? Am I Metro TV? Am I a shareholder? Am I a director? And then you come here today and you come and all you want to do is to come and break into Good Morning Ghana when we are having a live program. Which court gave you that thing? Which court asked you to do that? Which court authorized you to do that? And you have armed policemen following them to do this foolish things. What kind of impunity is this?
Okay, they're not going to talk about you.
You were watching the show yesterday, and I in the course of the program, we had an abrupt break. And when we came back, I told you that we had been informed. I was here with Kwesi Pratt Jr. and Dr. Richard Asante Yeboah. And in fact, it was the two of them who asked me not to go out. I was going to go out when we had that break in transmission. And so we were informed that some people had come in here in the company of armed policemen, and they had climbed up and they were trying to forcibly enter the studio, break the studio doors and enter. And that is what led to the abrupt end of the show. But the company has issued a statement. The police service also issued a statement. I just want to stick to that. If there's further information that I have to provide, I'll provide that. So I'll start off with a statement from the Ignite Media Group. Statement from management of Ignite Media Group, IMG, on attack by armed policemen, auctioneer and a bailiff. So it says, today, November 27, 2024, at about 9:30 a.m., an auctioneer, a court bailiff, and armed policemen entered the premises of IMG, that's Ignite Media Group, operators of Metro TV, Original TV, and Original 91.9 FM at North Ridge, Accra, and purported to be acting under a court order to execute a judgment against Metro TV. The auctioneer, the bailiff, together with the armed policemen, forcibly broke into the studio when the Good Morning Ghana program was live. The auctioneer, known as George Ado, director of Geld Mart, then declared an avowed purpose to disrupt the live Good Morning Ghana program and therefore charged his team to break into the said studio, which they did, leading to a disruption of the live broadcast of the program. It is also important to state that last year, the said George Ado, the auctioneer, led a team of masked policemen armed to the teeth in a pickup truck to lay in wait for Dr. Randy Abbey, and blocked his vehicle upon his arrival to host the Good Morning Ghana program. This attempt last year, among other things, to seize the vehicle of Dr. Randy Abbey was orchestrated to execute the same judgment. This effort was aborted when Dr. Randy Abbey vehemently resisted the said attempt, as the property they sought to attach was his. This unfortunate situation caused the staff and security officers of Metro TV to resist what we consider to be an improper and irregular attempt to disrupt a live media program and thereby cause fear and panic to the host and panelists. The auctioneer and the armed policemen used excessive force and then caused head injury to a private security officer detailed at Metro TV, and in the process, the program was abruptly terminated. This unfortunate situation gained the attention of the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu-Dampare, who personally intervened and dispatched a team of policemen to the premises to enforce law and order. The IGP's team of policemen also instructed the said auctioneer, the bailiff, and armed policemen to leave the premises of IMG. The IGP has assured us of a thorough investigation and a provision of adequate security at the premises of IMG. So this is the statement from the management with respect to yesterday's incident. But the police had earlier issued this 3-paragraph statement. Police investigate incident at Metro TV premises. So the Ghana Police Service has commenced, and I guess people ought to read to understand. Says the Ghana Police Service has commenced an investigation into an incident that occurred at the premises of Metro TV in Accra this morning, Wednesday, 27 November 2024. Preliminary police investigations indicate that upon a request from the court, police officers accompanied the court bailiff in the company of the judgment creditor, Vodacom Business Ghana Limited, to execute a court order against Metro TV. We urge the public, particularly the management and staff of Metro TV, to remain calm and cooperate to the police in the ongoing investigation. So this is the statement that the police issued, yes, even before a statement came out. And this was before the police even spoke with us. At the time the police issued this statement, they are not even taking our statements and all that. They have not come here with their officers too. And clearly, the first paragraph says that they have commenced an investigation. How people construed this to mean that what happened here didn't happen. Okay. And that this statement that by the police disputed the accounts, okay, that it didn't happen. I don't know the appreciation of English language and whatever happened, but this statement was issued by the police even before anybody from the police service spoke with us. And the police were here, about 3 or 4 different delegations, high ranking, from regional to national. They were here up until about 5 p.m. Okay. Yesterday. Let me provide some more information.
Yes.
Okay. So, why I'm sure that you've seen some videos,
yes,
of me very agitated.
I saw yesterday,
Okay.
yes.
Now, it was because when eventually I stepped out of the studio,
Yeah.
and I saw the policemen, and I confronted them, and then they showed me those who they came with.
They came, yeah.
And I identified the guy. So from the pictures you're seeing, there's a door at the back. That's the office,
yeah,
where those people were. Now, when I went in there,
yeah,
then I identified this man.
Yes.
A man seated there, the auctioneer.
Yes.
And that is what even made the issue. So you see that door at the back. You see there are people in there.
At the back,
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, this door, this is the first door you see, is the door that leads to this studio. So you see on air at the top.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, when I entered, I saw this man. Now, I shocked. That incident about what happened sometime last year.
Yeah.
So, as usual, morning, I was coming.
Yeah.
To the studio.
And
I was driving from the Fine Things part, so opposite the entrance.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was coming from there. But you see, it's a T junction. The left goes to Alisa.
Yeah.
So when you get there, you need to stop, look to your left, right before
you cross.
I cross over to enter the premises.
Yeah.
Then I saw this pickup. You see the white pickups that the police use, that they've covered the back. Mm-hmm. Yes. So I saw that pickup with men in there, policemen.
Yeah.
Okay. But of course, there was no point in thinking about anything. So I drove into the premises. When I drove into the premises, I reversed to where I park.
Yeah.
Just when I reversed, then I saw this pickup I had seen. So apparently the pickup was there waylaying me.
For you. Yeah.
So when I entered, then this pickup just came in, drove straight in, and blocked my vehicle.
Wow.
So it blocked my vehicle, and then some of the police people alighted. And they had this,
Mask.
you know this thing they wear?
Yeah.
Yes, where you can only see the eyes and the mouth. Yes. So they had it covered,
Okay.
fully armed. Then this guy, the auctioneer,
Yeah.
he alighted from another vehicle and approached me. This was last year.
Yeah.
And said that, look, he's so and so from the courts, they have a court order, so my car keys, they are seizing my cars. And I said, are you crazy? Is there a court order against me? Has any court issued anything against me? What do you mean by you're seizing my car? They said, oh, they have an order against Metro TV. So you have an order against me.
But you're
Am
not
I Metro
Metro
TV?
TV. You're not Metro TV.
Is this Metro TV's car?
Wow.
What kind of nonsense is that? Then he said, okay, then in that case, they are going to go into the studios and go and pack studio equipment and all that.
No.
So at that point, I
This is
called the
stupidity.
group legal officer.
Yes.
I said, look, I've just come to do my show. These police people have come to cross me. It's like a movie. And I can't even see their faces. But it's this guy who's come down and says he's an auctioneer. And that they have a court order. And the first thing they tried to do was to seize my car.
No. You're not Metro TV.
So
I mean,
the lawyer then asked me to give the phone to the auctioneer. So I gave
Yeah.
my phone to him. And they interacted. So I came up. And he came up later. So the lawyer then said that, look, he says that there is they have a default judgment or something.
okay.
And that the previous owners of Metro, they had some issues with them. They had gone to court and they had won, and they had a court order to come and do what? Look, go and do your program so that we don't disrupt things. Let them take 2 of the saloon cars here. None of the vehicles is for Metro TV anyway. It's for Igna Media.
Yeah.
But you let them take the vehicles. And so I told the security guys that, look, the lawyer says they can take 2 of the vehicles. And I left to come and do my show.
Yeah.
It was when I finished that I learned that, in fact, they took 3 vehicles. So yes, the lawyers then went to court. And the court released
Those vehicles.
all the 3 vehicles to us. This was last year.
Yeah.
And I've been going on with my work.
Yeah.
And I'd even forgotten about that incident.
Yeah.
You know, until we were here yesterday around 9:30 when we heard the violent listening on the door, and we heard the shout, the screams and everything. Then we saw 2 of the private security guards on these premises now enter with our channel manager.
Yeah.
And they tried to then block people from entering. So it was in that melee that this door, you see, I'm
Yeah.
directly opposite the door.
Yeah.
So I can see whatever
Whatever
is
is
happening. So when the door opened, then I saw the one policeman with the arm. And there are a lot of people. And I saw our news editor and others also trying to prevent them from entering. So it was in that ensuing confusion that the security guy fell on the back of his head inside the studio, in the presence of Kwesi Pratt and Dr. Richard Asante.
Very disgraceful.
You understand what I'm saying?
Very
So
disgraceful.
when I got out and I saw the guy, and I remembered that incident, and then what happened yesterday.
Yep.
So my point was that, okay, so let's assume that indeed you had a court order to come in effect.
Yep.
You were coming to attach properties. First of all, you need to even ascertain that in
What
fact what you are
properties, yeah.
coming for is for Metro TV. Not
Yep,
so.
yep.
Is that not what the law says?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
So you come in here,
Yes.
you go downstairs. There is a front desk there. There's furniture, there are TV sets and others.
Yeah.
You are not interested in them. Downstairs is our biggest studio.
Studio. Yeah.
You don't go there. You are not interested in anything there.
Yeah.
We have other offices with equipment. You are not interested in any of them.
Yep.
I'm sure that you saw those boxes when we were climbing up. Our outside broadcast equipment with the wheels under, those black boxes.
Yeah.
You are not interested in them.
Those stars.
And you decided to climb upstairs with the armed men. And the staff kept telling you that, look, you cannot come up. There's a live program going on. You cannot come up here with armed men into a studio, a live program. They defied and came up. So that is how come all the staff also came up, trying to prevent them.
Trying to prevent.
And then when they came up here, you know, here, there are 2
Yeah.
studios. This one and the next studio.
And the next one
But their interest
is this.
was to break into this particular one, where I was live on air and we're having the show.
Yeah.
So if indeed you were coming to do your legitimate whatever, what was this interest?
Yeah.
about this. And so if you juxtapose that against what happened last year,
Last year.
where they waylaid me, because the objective then was that they were just waiting for me. That was their interest. Because if you're coming to execute, you have a court order I want to execute. Go in there and go and do what you want to do.
What do you want to do?
What has that got to do with me?
Yep. Yeah. As I said, from your account, it's quite disgraceful. The police ought to act that way.
And as for the things that the auctioneer
Yeah.
said, I don't want to, because of all the commentary around these things,
Yeah.
I've been careful
Okay.
so that I don't feed into. But their lawyer, I confronted the lawyer. Some of the utterances he made, some of those political utterances he made.
Utterances, yeah.
And I told that his wife is a high court judge. If maybe that's the reason why he thinks that he can do whatever, he thinks that he's that connected. The lawyers were present when he made all those utterances. But I've intentionally decided not to
Whose wife? The lawyer or
go.
the sister?
Auctioneer. So I've decided not to get into those things because I think that they will have the tendency of, clouding the issues.
Yeah.
So it was Nana Akomia who was called by somebody from here on the basis of those comments that auctioneer was making. So it was he who got in touch with the IGP, and they got in touch with me.
Yeah.
Assuming that you have a legitimate court order.
Yeah.
You understand me? The legitimate court order. And that court order gives you the right.
Are you a respondent to that?
I'm saying that if the
Are
court
you a
order,
respondent? Is your name on the
I'm
court
saying
order?
that if the court order gives you the right to go and attach properties, don't you have a responsibility to first of all identify those properties and ascertain whether indeed those properties are for Metro TV, and then go into attachment of those properties?
Yeah.
Is that not how it should be done?
Yes, it
Now,
should.
if that is indeed the objective, you
Yeah.
come in here, there are vehicles on the compound. You are not interested in any of them.
Okay.
You come to the front desk, you are not interested in anything. There are studios
Yeah.
there, offices, equipment, everything. You are not interested.
Yeah.
Your interest is to come up to the first floor and come and attempt to break into my studio when I'm live on air. In fact, on this same floor, there is another studio.
Randy,
When you had earlier
Okay.
waylaid me, blocked my vehicle, and attempted to seize my vehicle. Which court
Yes.
in this world, let's
Yes.
even say Ghana,
Yes.
will give anybody an order,
Yes.
and the order will be interpreted to mean that
Yeah.
you can go and seek police assistance? Yes, they will
Yes.
give you to go and
Okay.
execute a
Yes.
court order. But you use this policeman to waylay a person
A person.
who the order is not against,
Against. Yes.
and to cross his vehicle when he enters into his work premises, and to attempt to want to confiscate his vehicle.
On the face of it, it's wrong.
Then,
Yes.
which court
Yes.
will give anybody an order which says that you can invade the media house with armed policemen,
Yeah.
attempt to break into a studio
The studio. Yeah.
when there's a live program going on,
On the face.
and to disrupt the program?
Yes.
Which court will give anybody an order to do
No.
that?
No court. I agree with you. On the face of it, it's wrong.
Obviously, even
Yes.
if you have a court order, there is an abuse,
Yeah.
a criminal abuse
Of the process.
of those processes.
Yes.
And what will make anybody
Yes.
decide to behave with that level of impunity?
Yeah.
Randy, have you filed a criminal complaint?
I filed a complaint to the police.
A
Yes.
criminal
Yeah.
complaint.
And-
Yeah, you should do that.